initiative, you're in such a comfortable position right now.
I think with 20 cards left and 1 AoE and 1, you know, and the roll of spell damage, that is a lot to ask. That is a lot to ask.
It is, but you can also just ask nothing. You can just lock your opponent out by not giving them that opportunity in the first place.
Yeah, I guess. It's good fun, but let's see what the evolve gives.
Oh, Stormwind Champion.
Ooh.
Nails it. Round of applause from the excited Chinese crowd.
Yeah. I mean, there's a counter
alongside your 1 and 2.
You do very swiftly get to the point with Bloodlust that what the minions are doesn't make much difference. It's just the number of them on the board. Tarian, though. Whew. It's going to be a problem.
Okay, because
we agree on this, because I definitely would.
Because even if you just whiff and hit the taunt minions, there's no taunt. The lethal is going to come through and makes the correct decision. Even if the lethal wasn't hit, you still deal damage to the board to be able to trade through again and then set up Bloodlust for the following turn.
But the fact you can go Hydra Firefly this turn and then Savage Roar.
How huge is that taunt totem, though, by the way?
Potentially.
Well, now. Mage is already a long way behind on this board, and he went for extra board presence early with the Evolve anyway. Imagine how far behind he would be, and he'd then just be going Doppelgangster Evolve into a board that probably just kills him at that point.
Savage Roar as well, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Probably stands it. Mage did chill.
Gentleman's Pact.
Earth Elemental.
I love listening to this crowd react to draws and discover effects.
I'd love it as well if they're really excited over Senjin Shield.
Well, Senjin! I think in Hoi's game, like someone just drew like Firefly, and the crowd were like, "Ooh, Firefly!"
It's a good card.
Devolve,
the Devolve onto a 1/4.
And Bloodlust and Devolve, of course, now in this deck.
Well, seems good.
If you want a game-ending play, this looks right up your alley.
Mage now just needs to look over Ant and Mouth, get out.
You can just Doppelgangster here. You don't even have to Evolve.
Just get them with Bloodlust.
You still set up lethal with Bloodlust.
And you don't have the...
Love it. Each one would be a 1 in 83 of hitting Doomsayer. That is a tiny percentage to lose the game that he did not have to take here, and he chose not to.
Yep, and with pretty much a full board, Bloodlust just becomes to the point where you don't even have to add it up. Mage is going to fight back versus Ant and take a game with this Evolve Shaman. Still going to go up against this Druid again. That Living Mana coming, I would say, a turn too late. Well, maybe 3 turns too late.
I mean, innovate, bird, coin, bird. On the wings of a ridiculous pink flappy avian is...
Bird.
Right,
and bird is the word for this game.
All right, let's slow our roll here just for a second. Let's do this properly. We attack with the bird first. We make our decision. Divine Shield looks like a great pickup here just for security, and then you reevaluate. Now it's looking very much like Coin Fledgling in this position. Rallying Blade.
Yes. Stealth might be an option just because of Rallying Blade, because there can be bump Rallying Blade, whereas if you stealth, there can't be.
Well, then
the second bird dies anyway, right? Sure, if you're playing the second bird, yeah, sure. Yeah, and guess what? That's another mark. Oh, wow. Never mind. Let's just get more chargement. Let's get chargement in and Savage Roar this dude down. What a crazy game that looks like it's on the verge of going to Worlds. There is nothing that Mage can do about this kind of opening. Here come more adapts. Why not? More Divine Shields. You will never get us. This has already got Wind Fury, so it's going to do at least another 5. Put Mage to 4. Mage is already touching the headset. He looks like he's about to just take it off. He said, okay, you got me. There's nothing he can do.
Plus attack or +1/+1 on that initial roll would have ended up being lethal this turn. But look at the board state! There is Divine Shield, untargetable, 6 damage, 5 damage, Wind Furied Flappy Birds. Your Pyro Equality here can actually do some damage, but not a full clear, right?
Oh, you can clear. Because he can Equality... Oh, no.
Well, if something big comes out, I'm okay with it, because I have a lot of taunts in the way. And Irea doesn't have too many minions that when placed on the board can punish it. There's no Archmage Antonidas. There's Medivh the Guardian and Alex Strauss in the top end. And if both of those, if you pull those out with Dirty Rat, you're happy.
Oh man, that's a big one. That's a big turn. Irea going purely for development to try to fight proactively on this board and be able to save some of this burn for later on. Gets punished by the Kodo, but he's got backup for it. Earth Elemental. That's about the biggest one you get. Means Tyrion's open now.
Is it too late, though?
Oh,
man. 11 damage pointed at the face.
Honestly,
Bonet goes down to 14.
I think it... He knows when to turn that corner. He knew the value game wasn't going to be won in that fashion. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Flame Strike, I think, is for sure. This wipes out the counter pressure of the board.
I would set him to 2.
He's got counterspell up too. I mean, lay on hands can't heal him. Quality's already checked.
Doesn't lose from here.
Yeah. Brilliant play.
Still got 2 fireballs left in his deck. Still got a pyroblast left in his deck. Ton of burn in the bottom. He's even got primordial glyphs.
He's got one of them.
1 primordial glyph.
Yeah. 3rd Firelands portal. Helped out heaps this game. So did Medivh.
Yeah. Pretty average on the 3. Got Big Game Hunter, Alley Armor Smith. It's not quite there. Sleep with the Fishes still deals damage.
So could he execute first? Oh, he brawls first. Oh, I'm pretty sure that does it. Brawl.
Yeah, that's it. Brawl, no matter what survives.
4.
Fireworks comes down, and the Ragnaros hero power will end the game. Is Nyria seeing his lead slip away once again?
Well, this match is a volatile mirror match under the pressure of value and under the pressure of his life total. That's the 2-pronged attack. That's really too much. But Nyria, if he's going to win here,
That's the play.
that is the play. He needed to play the 2nd Armor Smith. And so now have the tables flipped. With Alex Straza being an almost complete dead draw at this point, Dirty Rat services is very little. Burn to Nyria's face. It means he has to have another way to damage all of his minions or he can't gain any more armor. So Quonet's going to launch 2 fireballs. He's going to hero power Nyria, and this lets Nyria know the damage is in hand.
This turn, he can gain 10 points of armor. Now even more armor with the Stonehill Defender.
I think Nyria is going to get out of this.
Dirty Rat. Medivh's Valet, that's just more burn that he's pulling. And a Stonehill Defender and a Ravaging Ghoul. That's 12 armor. With the hero power, that's 14 points of armor.
Alley Armor Smith to compound it. Ravaging Ghoul, armor up.
He's even going to gain more armor because he can queue up some of these attacks into the Medivh's Valet. He can gain 2 additional armor by attacking with the Ravaging Ghoul.
Doesn't want to use the Armor Smith. They service better right now.
Yeah, if there's AoE that comes out, he's going to gain even more health.
Back to 20. The patience that he showed in this game. He was under so much pressure, but he kept his focus. He stayed calm, said this to Pyroblast as my out. That's the way that Quonet wins here. But Nyria's got Sleep with the Fishes. He's got the Alley Armor Smith. He's got Slam. He's climbing out of that situation.
He could pop the block here, but it would force him to give up his armor up. He's got 10 damage on the board, plus a Soul Frost, plus a hero power. I think at this point, he's just gaining armor. He's going to pop the block next turn regardless. If he Sleep with the Fishes, then Stonehill Defender's going to die anyway. If he felt safe at 12, he's definitely going to feel safe at 14, especially with another Frostbolt burn in the last turn.
I'd venture to say so.
He does have to account for multiple draws, though, because he Arcane Intellect last turn, so that's 2 more draws that he has to account for over the course. Sleep with the Fishes, Soul Frost, hero power. No, he's not going to go for it. Just going to gain the armor.
I think it's wise to do so. cash in on that.
Yeah, he doesn't need those minions anymore because at the moment he does have a way to pop the block next turn. 20.
If Cornet played Medivh. Yeah. He had the pressure, he had the lead, he had value.
How much can you expect, though? You have almost a guaranteed lethal next turn unless your opponent gains 6 or more armor.
This guy, Alex Strauss is actually, it's gonna be scary.
It is.
The 1-1 lives, the worst result.
That is
for Quonet.
Very big.
And if Nyria's swinging this turn, there you go. It's like hang on there. 1-1's not dealing that much damage.
Also knows the Gluttonous Ooze is still a possibility from Quonet, so doesn't set the Soul Frost. Also doesn't quite want to give up his armor up just yet.
He's going to have to here, though. He has got to pressure that Alex Strauss. Whirlwind first to isolate. And this will do one of two things. Kill the Alex Strauss or threaten lethal on Quonet. Alex Strauss gone. They're gone.
He's got Meteor, an Eater of Secrets. It's slim pickings in Quonet's deck right now, and Nyria is still at 27 life.
Hit that button.
Every single turn.
Under threat of the pop. Alley Armor.
Quonet is in an impossible situation.
You said you'd rather have Eater of Secrets, but you didn't mean
a hero power, and one of his Arcanologists can punch through this.
Oh,
a bomb squad. That is the absolute worst result for RDU.
Absolutely, and it lines up perfectly for another Primordial Drake. Is that enough for Colento to come back in this game?
One thing that's so amazing about this crowd who you see on the screen, okay, you know, am I going to get just killed or my block popped by Barrel Rage, by Swipe, Doom Guard? All right, the highs and lows. Gets a Bomb Squad, gets a Doom Guard. I think that evens out. Value off Earth and Scales, but RDU has the burn, and he remains undefeated in games. He is one game away from the World Championship.
2-0. I'm trying to weigh, like, what's the value of being able to go very wide on the board versus use Doppelgangers to evolve, and this takes the cake.
It's just hard to beat this. This is 3 6-drops and a 2-drop. No Doomsayer.
Whew. And that's a meaty 6-drop.
Not really doing a ton here. Even make them better. Oh, and they do. Upgraded a Tar Lurker. That's going to block everything RDU has.
Wow, RDU looks really stressed from that moment there. Making a tough decision. Does he have to evolve? No, he's just going to hold on, but
Colento won his series against Diego Diaz earlier in the weekend after being down 0-2. Can he make the comeback once again here against RDU when it really counts?
Chinese fans are...
He's still able to use his hero power to take down a minion as well. So clear off at least a couple of things on the board here. Finds Innervate to go with Swipe.
Innervate, Swipe.
He can clear this entire board.
But he also has Auctioneer, but he's got Wild Growth, so he's got ways to draw cards even if he parts ways with the Innervate Swipe here.
Yeah, and the thing about the Innervate Swipe here is that, yes, it clears the board, but this isn't necessarily a stage where the board is incredibly dangerous. There's not like a Bloodlust is going to kill him if he takes 2 things off here, but he's going to go for it anyway. Clears everything. Now RDU, though, a big reload. Doppelvolve.
That's just not what you want to see, but RDU is going to go for a big evolve, hoping to get a lot of stats. Stats it is! Eye of Black Paws, Scarab Cultist, almost as good as it gets.
You know, the stats of the Primordial Drake aren't that crazy for an 8. He's going to go for it.
Okay, about average.
Still a 6-6.
It's kind of what you expect. But at least now he can maybe just push and make the...
Yeah, he needs the damage.
Corsair can come down. You can save patches, because I think it's the same either way with the Flame Tongue or the Bloodlust.
Well, Colento now knows 100% RDU's card is patches.
Right.
He's actually just going to play it.
For him, he's maybe thinking that 1 damage might matter.
Yeah.
That he hits that innervate.
Wild Growth first, trying to find a way to really put the nail in RDU's coffin. Either Primordial Maker swipe. There's swipe! Are you kidding me? Blazer didn't even flinch. He's just absolutely stone-faced as he rips a swipe off the top of his deck to just absolutely demolish RDU's board here.
Yeah, Kalento can play this Wild Growth, not play the excess mana, save it for the Gadsden Auctioneer. And RDU's board is going bye-bye. Kalento's going to be able to stabilize. He's even willing to accept damage to the face. That's how confident he is right now. And he steals a quality minion as well. That's what he's doing, killing off these 2 lifeless totems. Unless he wants Searing Tome. I mean, Searing Tome's not necessarily that bad of a pull considering his board state. Mind control tech. Mana Tide Totem. Why not? Jade Spirit. Kalento has everything under control. RDU has nothing. He's got Primal Fin Totem and a Dream. Game 4 is in the books. We are. He's going to just trade immediately. Okay, I was thinking about keeping the Barnes alive, like you said. But I guess he's just going to maybe start getting that damage in. Oh, minion is nice. Wow, a pretty big minion in the 5/4. I guess that makes the same as Barnes anyways. A preparation comes in the hand. Kalento's able to do the quest for 2 mana.
That means Bilefin Tidehunter comes down a 5/5 taunt to get in the way.
Over.
Yeah, with the Shadow Step. That preparation may have just been what gets Kalento to the World Championship.
I can't believe it.
Comes out. Shadow Step, 2 Tidehunters. The wall of taunts is real. And RDU is staring at what may be the end of his turn.
2 things. He's banking on Kalento not loading up a big board. This Mimic Pod is also a huge moment. Yeah.
That's 2/1 cost 5/5.
That's 2/5. That's 2 5/5s there. You can play for cheap.
And it also means that Kalento does not need to trade at all this turn.
Yes.
He perhaps
You're right.
was going to have to attack into this 5/4, but now he can simply freeze it
and push for 10.
And push for damage, and that will just set up lethal next turn. That doesn't even give RDU the opportunity to get the mana to play 2 Jade Lightnings. Even if RDU draws Jade Lightning next turn, Kalento can set up lethal.
Kalento was going to play Tar Creeper, but he also has the ability to Shadow Step that Bilefin Tidehunter for an additional 5/5 taunt. Kalento is 1 turn away from going to the World Championship. RDU, even if he draws a second Jade Lightning, it's not going to be enough. There is 1 card that can save him, and that's a Devolve.
That's not it.
Has to be a Taunt Totem. It's not. The realization is sinking in.
He has come so far, but Kalento, this is China. He is K-God.
Well played.
We have our last semifinalist. Kalento from Ukraine has upset RDU despite the odds, sending the Romanian home.
Maybe over the course of the next 2 or possibly 3 turns, you have to plan for dealing with a taunt totem.
Sure, it's just if Leroy can kill a taunt, then just the weapon plus the weapon plus green skin plus heroic strike actually gets you there anyway.
Never mind that conversation. Anna's gone for the clear play here, trying to establish a board-dominant position so that he can then drop Earth Elemental.
Well,
he is saying to himself, you know what? The only 2 cards I die to here are Heroic Strike Leroy. Percentage-wise, he wins more often than not with that play, but Hoy just had him.
Yeah, I mean, we sort of disagree on that.
He has to like shuffle Jade Idols and then Nourish, which is going to require multiple draws, which is going to be really tough to come by. Curator does give him some value, but what does he have, a Primordial Drake left in his deck?
That's about it. Yeah, the Lone Hungry Crab meant to service as the anti-paladin tech. There's no use here. And Colento, he's going for the big win on the brawl. Plays the Stonehill first. Nails it! And Nyria down to 4 is in heaps of trouble.
Everything is going Nyria. The end of the game here.
Colento's going for it. I've seen this Armor Smith in a brawl before.
There's only one outcome that could possibly happen here, Nathan. Oh, well, it didn't quite hit it.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. Checkmate. See it. Guarantee the kill on the 11-11. Hits Nyria. 2-0 lead.
Advancement in this game does not depend on him protecting his life total. Wow. Wow. Nyria does not have a copy of Brawl. Colento can... With Fandral on the board, he shuffles and he develops the Jade Idol. If he's able to use the Innervate and the Earthen Scales to pick up more Jade Idols, Nyria is going to get muscled out of this game.
Wild growth as well. The ideal situation for Colento. Now his draw is a little bit less so thus far, but he's got plenty more.
Another Innervate.
Wow!
Nyria is slowly watching his hopes of winning this game slip away.
He's not coming back.
No, there is absolutely no way. Draw would be the perfect draw, and even then, Colento's got resources to back it up. How about another?
He doesn't even have time to play all his cards. He's running out of time. He started drawing as soon as the turn got him. What choice does he have?
I suppose.
Good luck, little Ravaging Ghoul.
Godspeed, buddy.
Best to ever play the game. And it's been masterclass performance from Colento.
But he still has...
Interesting. Coin Evolve. I wasn't really expecting this right off the bat here.
All right, well... Ooh, a Succubus. All right, well, that is a very powerful Evolve for Colento. Even the Swordsman to give it +1/+1.
Portal like a Southsea deckhand.
Oh my God.
The sequencing.
That's exactly the opposite.
The sequencing actually mattered there.
The Emerald Hive Queen leaving every minion in the Colento's hand stranded.
Wow. And Hoy's going to play Finja, which means the Emerald Hive Queen won't allow him to play Finja compared to what you're normally used to seeing prior to Journey to Ungoro. There's a couple of minions that can help, like War Leader, but then there's also things like the Grimskill Chump. Genzo the Shark, which just so happens to very much favor Hoy in this position.
Oh my God, Genzo. When it attacks, both players draw until they have 3 cards. Hoy's hand...
One card would have changed everything. Maybe it was if it was a Consecration. If he gets +3 attack, that's it. If he gets Wind Fury, that's it.
Yeah, both. How about both?
And that's going to wrap up game number 1. Hoy climbs up to an early lead and puts Colento in a desperate spot because that Shaman needed to get a win fast.
Fighter and a Bloodlust. Wow, okay. I wasn't even thinking this.
He's got 2 Jade Lightnings and Jade Claws. He's going to go face. The crowd approves.
All right, that is 7 life.
Health.
Hoy has just lethal. And 2 Jade together enough damage to win the game before those Jade Lightnings will end it. Bloodlust can help him clear the board.
But that means he has 1 turn to swing everything. And that's not going to be enough, I think.
Has to trade into all these, able to keep around 2 doppelgangsters, but...
The players on Twitter watching alongside have been kind of pointing out and observing the mastery of Hoy's play. They're calling it flawless. They're saying brilliant. People are already crowning him as potentially the best player of 2017 so far in all of his play. And it comes down to the final turn for Colento. He's even set up a way to play around Hot Spring Guardian. From start to finish, the Dane has proved his proficiency and mastery of all decks, understanding the meta, calling it right on the field, and taking out big name after big name. This is Colento's last turn.
He's trying to find something. He's trying to dig deep. Is there any way he can actually win this game? He's going to try and keep himself alive on the board, but the board is not what's going to kill him. It is that Jade Lightning in Hoy's hand.
And that is going to do it. Colento gets his last bits of damage. Hoy is going to breathe it in. Jade Lightning to the face.
Look at that smile.
Is the sprint.
On behalf of Blizzard Esports and the Hearthstone team, congratulations to the HCT Spring Champion Hoy!